Hey, what's up and welcome back everyone to the IceManIsaac Academy, the second channel of the Warzone Academy dedicated specifically to coaching every single day. In today's video, we are continuing on with the How to Clutch series, which is where I take a compilation of end-game scenarios and break down how pros and members from the community are clutching out the late game scenarios, what they're doing well and what they could do better. So hopefully you can implement it into your Warzone gameplay to get the dub. So many of you are focused on the final circle, so we've got multiple final circles for you here today. Some are a little bit more cracked, some are a little bit more positioning, so hopefully you learn something new to implement into your gameplay. If you like this style of video, do me a favor and drop a like on it. If you want to be a part of it, join me over on Twitch. If you want your gameplay reviewed, make sure to submit it on the Discord, and of course, make sure subscribe here if you want to catch more Warzone Academy and IceManIsaac Academy content. But without further ado, let's get into the first clutch of the video. We are going to be focused on our buddy Brolic. Brolic is one of the nicest guys in the scene, one of the most cracked guys in the scene as well. You're going to see some insane snipes, some insane plays out of him. If you want to catch his gameplay, it will be linked in the description.
Okay.
No, I didn't.
Oh, good.
Right now, Brolic is solo quads. His team is all down. There's no buy station for him to buy back and really no money for him right now. And he's making a rotation outside along the edge of the gas, kind of in that pinwheel fashion. But I'm not sure where this video is cut, but I would imagine he likely engaged some enemies up here just based off of his body language. He's using that really clean precision sight with the dot on it, the scalpel reticle. Made a video on that in the past. If you guys want to unlock it, I think it's the cleanest sight in Warzone. You have to unlock it via Cold War, though. Cold War zombies. Should only take you about 30 minutes to do. But Brolic, an absolute demon, man. One of the best players in the game. Rocking a Cold War MP5 and an AK. He's got $1,000, self-revive. One tick left on his gas mask. 8 plates to his name. 13 kills with 14 players left alive.
Yeah.
Opts to pick up a Car 98. Brolic's one of the best snipers I've ever seen. And we're definitely going to see him show his, I guess, strut his stuff here in a moment. So he's opting to make a play, which I think is a pretty smart one, to go for one of these buildings. And then he's hearing activity up here on the top of the hill. All right, that most likely was the people that he was running away from. And now he has the opportunity, based off of this positioning, to hold that team. And that's exactly what he's setting himself up for. A lot of people try to play solos and solo quads scared and timid, and they like try to just camp and rat inside of buildings. By the time all of those players get into the building, you're going to die. You need to lean forward and start to get those knocks, because by the time they all start rushing in, it's very unlikely to win that fight.
Kid, I'm sorry, I took that. Oh, yeah. There's one even closer.
Yeah, I saw him. He's coming up.
So
Okay, so excuse the language. John's going to have to edit some of that out.
He's coming up.
I took that. Oh, yeah.
Takes the snipe there.
I'm sorry, I took that.
But his teammate called out, and you can see it right here in the lower left.
I'm sorry, I took that. Oh,
There's a rose skin that's pushing up on him. And that's the same player that stunned him. You can see this window's now broken out.
He's coming up.
And rather than camping, Brolic pushes through because the other player is expecting him to be in that room. Once again, the player is going to swing this corner, expecting Brolic to be here. So what Brolic does is just completely breaks his ankles. He's pre-aiming down this way. Brolic is right here. And with the Cold War MP5, one of the fastest times to kill in the game, just completely destroys him.
Good.
Notice, we talked about this. Remember in the Play Aggressive, you guys watched yesterday's video. We were talking about how even while you're plating, you can get some information. I think it was Lee was his name. This is what I'm talking about. Immediately starts the plate, reposition, and when he does it, he gets some information and spots that player right there. So he's plating, but he's still getting information to utilize in the rest of the gunfight, which he uses to catch that player off guard. Kind of toying with him.
That wasn't even a wipe.
And it wasn't even a team wipe. He's killed and thirsted. 3 players. Doesn't know where the last one is. But absolutely toying with this food right there. No buy left for him to get. Oh my goodness, Brolic.
You're out of your mind, my guy. One more. At the pole,
So you can tell what he's doing as he's taking these shots. We've talked about it in the past. The way you take these shots,
My guy. One more.
is you think, oh, mouse and key players are only ones that can snipe. The technique, and we've talked about it, we made an entire dedicated video, is drag scoping. Notice how he's off center, which obviously he's going to. The player's all the way across the map. But what he does is he's going to drag his crosshair until he feels that aim slowing. And then as soon as he feels that aim slowing, he's still dragging through the target, but he presses R2.
At
Sickening.
The pole, to your left.
Gypsy.
red
Go
tower
on,
thing.
Brawley. Go on. Oh, they cheated you.
Oh!
What?
And a Swiss gets that. A Swiss gets that
The
100%.
game is just nerfing you right now, bro.
The car has a faster aim down sight, but in my opinion, I always rock the Swiss for that reason. 2 upper body shots will always kill with the Swiss. Brolic playing slow here. He has the option to push up and to the left, right? He could get involved in this gunfight, but keep in mind, if he does push up, there are 2 risks to it. 1, he could get shot from across the bridge as he exposes himself to that angle. And 2, while he's up here fighting, that gas is going to be pushing him in. So it looks like he's playing patient while that gas is closing in and waiting for the players to be pushed over the edge
Buster.
so he can catch them on the rotation. It's risky there to go to quick scopes, but that's exactly what he's going to do. That
Buster
player
himself,
gets
I think.
taken out by the cluster.
Oh lord, let's go.
Selfing.
Good comms
call,
by
good
his
call, good
teammates.
1v4.
Yeah. Oh,
Notice there's one guy on the team that's talking a lot, but there's always that one person. The only time they're talking is beneficial comms. They're shutting up, they're listening, and they're only giving the comms that are actually essential. Now a 1v4 situation. The guy rolls through with a combat boat, gets completely smoked. Brolic
Right.
trying to get the thirst so that way he can't self-revive or get out of the fight. There is an option in those scenarios to leave that player alive if they don't have self-revive. But then you have to worry about live pings. You also have to worry about, you know, them calling you out. Sometimes you can use a downed player for bait if you think like, I'm safe, I'm safe, I'm safe. But in this situation, Brolic's just like trying to get everyone out of the game. You'll see sometimes in my gameplay, I'll down someone from all the way across the map, and I'll wait for them to stop wiggling, wait for their teammate to come over and start rezzing them, and I'll kill them. But in this situation, Brolic's in the fight. He's at risk of getting live ping, so he just opts for the thirst. Now a 1v3 situation, 20 kills to his name.
Careful they don't pinch you here.
Oh my god.
That was completely unnecessary.
It's cheese too good.
Wrong with you, my guy?
That was disgusting. But you'll see how it all came together, right? The information that he got on his lower left, if you look, you'll see a shadow that pops through right here. And that was his cue. This shadow right there lets him know that he's getting pushed on the left, which is why he pre-aimed lower left. Corrected, killed that guy right there. Instantly chows out. Such a beautiful little micro movement right here, right? Most people, when they see this player, would just challenge and just take the gunfight right on. But this little stutter step off to the left allows this player to miss with an OTS maybe 3-4 shots, which is enough to kill him. Gets the kill.
Oh my god.
And then goes for the drop shot, which he maybe didn't need to do. He probably could have just dropped him and gunned him with the Cold War MP5. Maybe. But the quick scope was disgusting.
It's cheese too good.
This cheats too, guy. This guy cheats. This guy cheats. I cannot tell you. Brolic is one of the most humble, one of the nicest guys in the scene. He's really, really getting some cred in the professional scene in terms of tournaments. But I cannot express, if you're looking for like a smaller streamer to support, this is your guy. He will be linked in the description if you want to check him out. So next up, we're actually going to be taking a look of a clutch that I had when I was playing with one of my buddies, Standy. For those of you who don't know, Standy is the one of the members of the Minnesota Rocker. He's a professional Call of Duty League player. One of the best players in the league. Absolutely cracked. Also a streamer on Twitch. I'll have him linked just because he was a good teammate in this. So I'm in a really bad spot here, right? I'm trying to get back, land on my loot. rather than instantly go for the loot
Behind you. He's
or
right
like go
behind
for the res, I pop a durable, which gives me
right.
enough time to like literally breathe. I got. Do you have a durable? Do you have a durable?
you. Yeah, give me.
Okay, that's what I was running in for, was to get the durable. And I knew he
Yo,
could play
I
slow.
have you in that car. I'm dead. I'm so dead. Durable ran out.
It's all right. Pop, I'll raise you. So you'll notice I called it out early, right? I know Standy's been in the gas, and I'm just saying pop, 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 pop. Basically telling Standy, like, I'm going to get you. Because I noticed as I ran forward for my loot earlier, I see this giant stack of cash right here. So I'm basically telling Standy, like, hey, man, even if I die in the gas,
Yeah, just run.
my game plan is to res you, so that way if I get gate kept, at the very least, you can, like, land back in and try to regain. Which is exactly what ends up happening. Standy doesn't have enough health. He's not going to make it. I end up getting my loot back. All right, pop, I'll raise you. And I've got $7,900, which is just enough to res him and get myself a gas mask. Double check to make sure I'm not getting gate kept, and then start working my way inside of the gas.
I'm gonna have to let on and try to cut people coming out.
Copy. So now we basically reversed the gatekeep where we had players that were in here that were holding us. And now Standy, because I rezzed him, is landing on the loadout and is now gatekeeping the people that were gatekeeping us because of that res play.
Yeah, there's two on me.
Now,
I'm seeing down.
Oh. I'm a little dumb for that one because I just came back from getting rezzed. I picked up my old loadout, didn't realize that I only had one bullet left. But Standy rips his head off. He just ripped his head off. Let's go, baby. And clutches it out. So here's where things get really, really tough. Standy's rotating down, I think trying to get some loot off of the guys that he killed, but gets caught out.
No, to my right. He's gonna finish me.
Smoke.
I'm crying.
And I didn't have my Cronus on that day, so I'm just shooting shakers all over the place.
I'm so dead, but... Trees.
And you'll notice I see a glare over here that would have ended our game.
But I'm dead.
Sniper, he would have sniped me.
Yeah, I'm dead. All good.
Fuck, bro, I missed so many shots right there. C58 got a little bit of recoil on it.
Just do your thing.
Sweet. So now I got 18 kills. There's 13 players left alive. It's solo quads now.
You got 8 squads left, 13 people.
It might just be duos. I think it might just be regular duos. I think it's just regular duos. And my focus here is all about isolating angles. Until I know where everyone is, this is such a wide open area. I'm not going to be sending in anywhere trying to go crazy. Sorry. I'm just trying to play off of angles. Is that 2 nights in a row, bro? Thank you so much, man. So you'll notice I'm keeping an eye on people that would do the pinwheel against me, people that could be rotating in, right? Because we have all of TV station that could be rotating in. We also have all of these buildings that are going to get forced out as well. So that's what I'm keeping an eye on as I'm just sitting here. I'm checking my lower left, checking down there, seeing for anyone that's rotating out. And then you'll notice, is that 2 nights in a row, bro? Look off in the distance over here. See that guy right there? There's one right there, and then there's another one. I thought I saw another one. Maybe I didn't. 2 nights in a row, bro. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, maybe that was a guy I saw. So there was a guy right there that's running. Patriot. Is that 2 nights in a row, bro? And you'll see, like we always talk about, if it's a 50-50 gunfight, we always talk about not just stopping and challenging right there, getting a reposition and trying to make it to where you have the advantage on them. So I see, oh crap, you know, that guy might have the drop on me. I'm going to play it a little bit differently, use this natural terrain for cover. I'm pre-aiming, trying to get some information, right? So if I were to get a ping with that UAV, right? So if this UAV pinged and I got a ping right here, I would just instantly change my crosshair from pre-aiming here to pre-aiming over here as soon as I stand up. So that's what I'm looking for right there. Trying to play slow. You'll see the player crosses right here on that ridge line. John, you're going to have to zoom in for that one. I don't even think people on mobile are going to see that. Right there in the tree line. Whenever you're playing this game, you're just searching for movement. Crosses from right to left. I notice once again, he may have the drop on me. I change my position. Beam one. Hit a pretty nasty B-hop as I beam the other one. Hit the thirst. Looting everything just for plates, ammo, possibly more Simtexes to help me clutch out the late game. It is now 1v8. I'm going to let this play out for a little bit. And I just say, hey, I'm going to let this play out. Like, a lot of people are getting forced out. I probably got the people that were coming out of TV. I'm just chilling, man. I'm not doing anything crazy. Double checking once again to make sure no one else is rotating behind them. Kind of doing my due diligence. Notice I'm not rotating into the zone, right? I'm not rotating all the way into here. But I'm doing my due diligence to check, like, okay, I'm just going to check. I've got a nice piece of cover here. Is there anyone that's going to be rotating into me? Nope. Okay, so I'm most likely going to rotate and then double check. Is anyone going to be rotating into me over here? I'm not worried about this guy. In order to kill him, I have to go up and over the hill and expose myself to so many different angles that I'm not even worried about him. So I clear off my left. Okay, now I want to get back to my head glitch and start clearing out my lower right. From here, notice how I'm not tunnel visioning on that red dot. I'm looking for where I expect players to be coming out of. I'm doing this little auto tack sprint movement just in case there's a sniper out in nowhere, right? We actually did see a sniper over here earlier. Definitely a team camping in there. Moving. And I'm just calling out where I expect people to be. There's going to be someone in the shed, and there's going to be someone in this building. Out. And I'm making sure no matter where I'm moving, I always have myself covered if someone were to peek from me. And so I was thinking, like, man, I really want to push up to this rock, but then I'm not cleared from this lower right. So I opt, I'm not going to push up to the rock. I'm going to push over here, or maybe I got a little bit more cover. And I'm just paranoid. And eventually I just say, like, I don't like it. You can see this player right here. Like, screw it. Too risky. Too many angles to expose myself from. I'm going to focus on killing this and only this team. Get a super close gunfight right here. Opt to get the thirst because most of the time people have self-revive in the in-game, and I'm not seeing his opponent ready to challenge me. Reload. And that's like 2 videos in a row. We saw it in Brawlog's clutch. I don't know if the dual Diamatis, like someone made a TikTok about it, but it's not the play, gentlemen. It's not the play. I cut left right there just so I have a little bit of a head glitch. If I were to stand up right there, I wouldn't have as much cover and get the kill. Now it's a 1v2 situation, and they definitely know where I am because they heard my gunshots. Now here, all I'm doing, playing a little bit, you know, dynamic to make sure I don't get pushed. And then when I do that, I spot a player wrapping right there in the trees. And you'll notice I get down. However, I don't hard focus that player, right? So you can see this player off in the distance, rotate behind the trees. And some players would stop and they would just hard focus that player over here. But now we know where one of the remaining 2 other players are. So I'm not going to stand right here and hard focus over there because the player could swing me and I have no idea where he's at. So I'm playing for information. I've now clarified where one more player is. And now I'm playing for more information or isolation. So I've got cover. I get prone out and be safe from any angle. Double checking all my pushes. And I get some absolute money information right here. Once again, playing the same thing. This now says 45 meters. Keep in mind the previous engagement. Top left. Said 34. So I know this player is most likely going to be retreating. Play a nasty head glitch. Isolate. Thirst. Hold the pre-aim. 26 bullets will be more than enough to kill. There's no reason for me to reload. Check for information while I'm under cover. Pre-aim is expected location. And now I reposition. And on top of that, I also have the zone pulling in my favor. I get a disgusting head glitch. And I end up spotting him coming over the hill. Right there. I'm like, Isaac, how do you see this stuff? I'm a pilot. I look at stuff for a living. I don't know. I play this game way too much. But all you're doing is looking for movement, right? You're standing at the same scene, and all of a sudden, you see something moving. And I hear him coughing. That really clears it up. I don't even know if I heard him in that moment or saw him in that moment, but I sure as heck heard him. I'll let you hear it. Maybe I didn't see. Maybe I just heard him. I don't know.
The gas. Easy. Easy clutch.
Easy clutch. Hey, dude, you clutched up getting me back in the game, man. Nice job.
Yeah.
Standy res me. I res Standy. Standy clutched it out while I was rotating in, and then I clutched out the win. Notice there wasn't really any crazy mechanics there. I'm just playing slow. I'm playing my angles. I don't need to hit any crazy triple drop shot, quick scope headshot. Shout out to Brolic for hitting those. But like, I'm just ripping that lobby apart through patience, through map knowledge, because I know where people are going to be rotating from and forced out of, because I basically knew the entire map, right? When it came down to it, there's only 3 places people could come from. They could come from neighborhood, which then got forced into this little shack. So there's this shack, there's this really tiny shack, and there's TV station, right? No one's going to be hanging out inside of here. They would have been dead already. So I play the entire game based off that map knowledge, looking for the pinwheel rotation of people possibly rotating into me. I clear that out. I move now over to the right side. I don't care about these guys at all, using this terrain, this hill as cover, clearing out the lower right, seeing, okay, what the heck are they going to do? Are they going to rotate up and fight here? If they do, then I can just third party it from this high ground. But I need to clear it out first, which is when I spotted that one player on the hill, isolated them, killed them. From here, looking for information, use my heartbeat sensor, isolate one. It's all just about isolation and angles. It's not necessarily about you being the most cracked player in the world. Like you can see there, I was super rusty. I think I've been playing a lot of mouse and key that week, which is why my C58 shot was so rusty. And then just completely broke down this lobby.
Easy clutch.
Easy clutch. Hey. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to be a part of this, join me over on the action over on YouTube. We do coaching gameplays almost every day. We have coaching here on YouTube every single day. Join me over on Twitch if you want to catch it live. That'll be linked in the description and the pinned comment. If you want me to review your gameplay, make sure to have it submitted via the Discord. Instructions for how to do that are on the Discord. And most importantly, make sure to drop a like on this video if you learned something new. If you enjoyed it, most importantly, make sure to subscribe so you can catch more IceManIsaac Academy content here. Catch y'all on the next one.